What's up, gals and pals? It's your buddy Coach Vino, and this is L'Autentico Galliano. I mean, how fancy does that sound? Now, most of you might know Galliano from its not so fancy cocktail, the Harvey Warbanger, which is basically just orange juice, vodka, and Galliano. It's like a fancy Italian version of the screwdriver. Now, I'm not a big fan of that cocktail, but it had its heyday back in the 70s. Now, what I'm gonna do today, though, is I'm gonna make you guys two cocktails, one shaken, one stirred, using Galliano that are definitely a lot more sophisticated. And one of them I absolutely love, I've had before, and the other one I've never had before, so I'm interested to see what it's all about. Now, for those of you that are uninitiated to Galliano, it is a very vanilla, citrus, and anise flavored herbal liqueur. And again, it comes to us from Italy, and this stuff's been around since 1896. So regardless of what anybody thinks of it, I gotta tell you, they've been doing something right if they're still in business, right? Anyway, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and make two cocktails for you, but before I do, I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you can help Vino feed the hungry algorithm. And make sure you stick around, because we're about to boogie down. All right, so the first Galliano cocktail I'm gonna make for you guys is called the Yellow Bird. Now, you guys may have heard of this cocktail. I would say it's probably the second most popular Galliano cocktail, or second most famous Galliano cocktail. Now, the thing is, there's two versions of this cocktail floating out around there. You know, there's like a highball version with orange juice and stuff like that. I really don't care for that version. This one here is the one that's listed in the IBA, and it is a bit of a daiquiri riff. It's very simple and nothing too complex, but it really helps the Galliano shine, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it, right? Let us look at what is in the sauce. All right, so the second Galliano cocktail I'm gonna make for you guys is called Adam and Eve. And I gotta tell you something, I cannot find a source for this cocktail, and if you can, put it down in the description. I found it on differenceguide.com, but I didn't see him credit the cocktail anywhere, so I really don't know who made the stuff. But I will say I'm very interested in trying it out because it is a bourbon-based cocktail. I love my bourbon, all right, folks? So let us look at what is in the sauce. All right, so let's go ahead and give our two Galliano cocktails, L'Autentico Galliano cocktails a sippy sip, starting with the Yellow Bird, which I already know I enjoy, but it's been a bit since I've had it, so cheers, folks. Yeah, that's a really nice cocktail, guys. If you love daiquiris, even if you love margaritas as well, you might find this one to be a little interesting here. But it's a very nice and simple cocktail. You know, the triple sec really accentuates those citrus notes that are in the Galliano already. You get a little bit of those vanilla notes kind of floating around there as well. And then depending on the type of rum you use, Don Cool is not a very flavorful rum, but I use it because I like to make it kind of help the other flavors pop out in this particular cocktail. But you can use something that might have a little funk to it or something like that and just make it maybe even a more interesting and more complex cocktail. But this is the way I usually go with this particular drink, right? And now let's go ahead and try our Adam and Eve cocktail. Cheers. I don't know if you picked it up on camera, but the wash line was so high it spilled. That's an angel share. Anyway, that's nice. That is really nice. That works really well. I gotta tell you, that works really, really nicely. I definitely like this one. Both very nice, both very different, obviously. You know, you got your very light bright, summery, shaken daiquiri style cocktail here in the Yellowbird. But this one is definitely more of a mellow sipper. Those vanilla notes work really, really well with the bourbon, and those 3 dashes of Angostura bitters, they actually really pop in this one. And I think the simple syrup actually helps all of it kind of really shine a bit more by adding a little bit of sweetness on the back end there like that. 2 delicious cocktails. I think you guys, if you have some Galliano, all dusty on your back bar there, I love to collect those dusty bottles and make cocktails with them for you guys, right? So here's another one that is usually pretty dusty. I would say make both of these cocktails and hopefully you will enjoy them as much as I did. And if you didn't pay to watch this video, so what am I gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, look, if you like this video, please press like, please subscribe, and please share with your family and friends. Remember, sharing is caring, and when life gives you lemons, make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.